Hi, I'm Laura, and so many of you have requested a Luxe for Less look, so that's what I'm here to do today. First, I'm feeling my skin, and I feel like it feels a little dry under the eyes, so before I start, I'm going to use my Be Naturals. This is an eye balm that has been a real game changer for me because it has so many different oils in it. My favorite thing is not only to put it under my eyes, but around my lips. This has helped. I had some little fine lip lines that I was getting around my mouth, even though I've never smoked and I don't use a straw that often. I still noticed some fine lines, and this has really helped with that. My skin looks a little dull today, so I'm going to use this Pixi Skin Treats. It's called Glowtion Day Dew, and I've found that it's very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. This gives me beautiful, illuminated skin. It really improves the look of my skin and makes it look more youthful and makes the makeup that I put on just look so much better. I'm applying my Maybelline BB Fresh. This gives me a very natural look on my skin. This is my Sigma sponge. I have it a little damp right now so that it blends easier. I'm applying a little extra in this area with my fingers. I find that this area of my face just is a little bit red, and using my fingers allows me to get the coverage that I want. I'm using this Flower Beauty concealer not only around here to just give me more coverage, but to brighten the face. I love the luxurious packaging, and the product seems so high-end. It just lasts all day, really brightens. It doesn't get in my fine lines, and it doesn't crease. I think I'll pick up my sponge and blend out a little bit. There we go. There's really no need to spend a lot of money on a concealer. Eyebrow gels can be so pricey, even at the drugstore. I'm using this one from Essence, Make Me Brow, and I brush off as much product as I can. I think a luxe look is also a very soft look. So I'm not going to go over the top with my brows today. I'm just going to try to enhance a little bit of what I've already got. What I like to do is brush the wrong way, in the wrong direction, so that the brow hair on all sides gets covered. So I go the correct direction, and then I go back this way. This is in the blonde shade, and normally I can't wear blonde, but in this brand I'm able to. I'm going to highlight my cheeks and put a primer on my lid with the same product from Catrice. It's brand new. It's an eye foundation, but I found the shade is just very luxe looking on the cheeks. It's made for your eyes. The shade I'm using is Pearl, and so I'm going over the eyes with this. This is going to really enhance the look that I'm going to create. I think part of a luxe look is a very glowy look too, and that can be very tricky when you're a mature woman, so you have to be careful about the placement of your products. I'm going to put this right on my cheekbone and watch what happens. To me, this reminds me a lot of a Charlotte Tilbury product that she has. It's like a glow wand for the cheeks, and this is just a beautiful and only a few dollars. I'm lining my eyes with this pencil from LA Girl. It is their ultimate intense auto stay. Now, beside it being an incredible pencil, I love this rubber grip here that makes it so much easier to apply. I'm scrubbing this into my lashes, and then I'm going to take a brush and sort of smoke it out. I'm taking this smudge brush while I can still get it to move, and I'm smudging it, and I'm going to bring it up on the corner. For this look, I am going to go under my eye, and then I'm going to create a very luxe looking feline flick. Watch what I'm doing. I'm going to pull the product up. I'm pulling it up now, and I'm going to take my fingernail and just sort of bring it up. There, that's what I want, very soft. And then I'll smudge it out a little bit. I'm going to smudge under the eye also. This may look like a bit much right now, but once I use my shadows, I think you'll find that it gives a very soft look for a mature woman like me. I'm using this Beauty Flash palette from Flower. It is amazing. It has everything for an eye look, your blush, your highlighter, and your contour or bronzer. So first I'm going to create my eye look, and we'll go back and use the other products. I love having this all-in-one. I'm taking a fluffy brush. One thing I think is different for a mature woman that can make your appear very luxe is a very soft look. And I mentioned that earlier. This golden shadow, instead of packing it on like many of the young YouTubers do with a compressed tight brush, use a fluffy brush. This I'm going all over the eye with, just dusting with this gold. It's going to be very faint. And I'm just laying a base for the other shades that I'll be using, where I'll be doing more contouring of my eye. Now, what I do is typically start on the lid and then just sort of blend up. Right now I'm trying to create a wash of color of the gold, and I think I've done that. I'm going to put a little more on the lid here on my right eye. Now let's tap into this mid-tone here very softly, and I'm going to start contouring my eye now. See how I'm going into the bone here to create shape. And I'll bring this in and sort of wash it over the lid and then go back. We want everything to be soft and blended. Once I feel that's blended, I dip into the brush and I want to pull the shadow up a little bit. So I'm softly, with the feather touch, going to just go back and forth and marry the color here so that it goes up towards the tip of my brow. Just to add a little more contour, I am going to dip into the darkest, deepest shade and add a little bit just on the edge, and I'm going to bring it onto the mobile lid. Now I'm going back into the gold and taking my finger and rubbing it across the gold to get more product, and I'm going to press this. I'm pressing this right onto the mobile lid just to make it stand out a bit more, and just press it in. If you do want a little more intensity to the eye, you can go back with the smudge brush into the deeper color. Just tap into it and just smudge back and forth along the lash line. If your hands are very shaky, you may want to eliminate the pencil and only do the powder. I find the powder is very easy to do, even though at times my hands can be shaky just like everyone else. Several of you asked me to try the Warrior Princess mascara that's new from the Flower line. So far I've only used it once, but I loved it. The brush reminds me of the brush from Lash Paradise. It sort of fans out a little bit at the front, gets a little more narrow in the middle, and gets a little fluffier towards the back of the brush. And that brush, that style tends to work for me, so I really like it. I'm just wiggling from the base of the lash. Just to update you, I've been using the L'Oreal Lash Growth Serum, and I do think my lashes have improved. But another thing I would recommend is giving your lashes a break. If you can, on weekends, if you're not going out, or if there's a day you stay home, there's usually one day a week I stay home and clean house and do those kinds of things, I would suggest that day not wearing mascara, because it seems like when I don't wear mascara, my lashes grow a lot healthier. If you want to brighten your under eye area or in the corners, which is where I like to put brightening products, instead of the Becca, which can be very pricey, I love this one from Catrice. It's just as great. I used the Becca for about 2 years and bought this and fell in love. I just put it on my finger and tap into the corner of my eye. Because my eyes are so deep set, they tend to get very dark in the corners and also on the edges of the eye. I don't want to take away my flick there, so I have to be a little careful. But I really do love the Catrice, and it's so much more affordable, yet gives me the same luxe look that the Becca does. We're going to have some fun with the rest of the palette. I can't wait to show you the bronzer. It's beautiful. I'm just going to use one brush for everything, for the blush, for the highlighter, for the bronzer. This tapered highlighter brush from Sigma, I love it. It's called the F35. Now, I know when Charlotte Tilbury has her models apply contour or even the bronzer, she's bronzing up the face, she has them suck in their cheeks, even some of the older models. And even though I usually keep my products up here, she tends to bring it lower, the line. So that's what I'm going to do today. Some people have asked me, why do I put bronzer up on my forehead? Well, when you live in Florida, there is a ton of wind, so my hair's always blowing up. And I just want my makeup to look very cohesive. So I do apply bronzer up on my forehead, along my jawline, and in my cleft. Let's move on to blush. Charlotte Tilbury always puts 2 shades of blush in her blusher. A pop shade that she puts on the apple of the cheek and a little deeper shade. Well, this palette from Flower has 2 shades also. I'm going to put that little pop right here and then go in with a deeper blush and just sort of blend it like this. I like to bring my blush up. I notice Charlotte does that too in her videos that she has. I'm going to link Charlotte Tilbury's YouTube channel. She actually has a YouTube channel with amazing videos of her applying makeup. What an amazing thing to be able to watch a famous makeup artist do their work. Just think, before YouTube, we never would have had an opportunity like that. So I think that's pretty amazing. Most of her models are younger, but she does have, I know at least one, she did a Pillow Talk look on that is over 50. So you'll definitely want to catch that. Now let's use her beautiful highlighter that Drew has come up with. Drew Barrymore has done such an amazing job with her flower line, in my opinion. It's just seems so luxe on the skin, and I think the look you can create with her products is absolutely amazing. I'm not a big fan of powder for years. I didn't wear it, but I do live in Florida, and I find that when I place powder strategically, it can work for me and not get cakey. So I have the flower powder from Drew's line, and I just put a little tiny bit in the cap. My favorite way really is to take my sponge and again strategically place it in the T-zone area like this and press it into the skin. And then normally I would just go off and do a few things and then come back right before I'm ready to leave the bathroom and dust it off. And I just go like this and just dust away. And that helps my makeup to stay on longer. It makes my pores look a little bit smaller and also tames the redness that my sensitive skin gets. Before I apply my lipstick, I always use my lip halo from Sigma. It makes my lipstick last. It smooths out my lips. It also takes away, you can see I have very mauve lips. So lip colors never look the way that they do in the tube until I found this product. You can see I use this every day whenever I apply lipstick. I've also found that it has helped where I had little lip lines, that it sort of fills those in, which is pretty amazing. I ordered it for my mother for her birthday. I knew she would love it. I'm going to let this dry a minute before I go in with my lip liner and lipstick. I'm using the LA Girl Ultimate Lip. Again, this is another automatic liner that's beautiful. This is in the shade Keep It Spicy. And I'm just drawing little lines on one side, going over the Cupid's bow here. And then, of course, I couldn't wait to show you this. This is the Honey Nude from Flower Beauty. Look at the luxe packaging. One side is a lippy, the other side is a shiny metallic gloss. So I'm going in. I noticed when Charlotte Tilbury applies her lipstick on her model, she dabs it. So I'll be trying that today. Let's take this lip look to a new level. I'm adding this metallic, and look at this. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a luxurious makeup look. You can find it right at the drugstore. Now I have a giveaway. I'll post the winners of last week's giveaway a screen with your names because I'm pre-recording these videos, the next couple of them. But I also have a great giveaway for you from Color Science. I have their Total Eye. It's a 3-in-1 eye treatment. It has skincare ingredients, it's a concealer, and a sunscreen. If you're interested, in the comments, make sure to put something about Total Eye, and I would love for you to share in the comments something from the video today that you want to purchase or that you enjoyed. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for the thumbs up, your love, and support.